If you want to explore a different side of Taiwan, let's go ahead and explore Taichung. I'm going to show you places that you can visit and food that you must try. Let's go! This is a private tour, by the way, but I'm going to share with you towards the end of the video how I booked the tour and how much everything costs. First destination is the flower farm. This is very popular because you probably have seen a lot of photos wherein you have a woman playing the piano in the middle of a lavender field, which is this. But aside from being a very popular tourist attraction, this is actually really a flower market. You can buy seeds, potted plants, small trees, and other gardening supplies in this area. Even if the availability of flowers in Taichung is all year round, the best time to visit is usually winter time in Taiwan, usually January to March, because that's when you have the most flowers in bloom. But also please note that if you are visiting around July, which is right about the time that we visited, there is no shade in the flower zone, so it's going to be extremely hot from June to September. So bring a hat, sunglasses, sunscreen, or those little fans that you get from Jisoo. We spent about a good 30 to 45 minutes here, and we also bought some knickknacks on our way out, had a little snack, and we're on to our next destination. Up next is Summit Resort, which also houses the very popular Xinxia Castle, which is a medieval castle that's European-inspired architecture, has beautiful gardens, a waterfall, and many more. Entrance for this location is 250 NTD, and you will be given a brochure of the Xinxia Castle. When you pay the 250 entrance fee, you can use a portion of that, about 100 NTD, as a credit for your food purchases at either the Hexagon restaurant or the Wooden House restaurant. We went there around lunchtime, so our walk wasn't as leisurely because it was scorching hot, but we still enjoyed it anyway. Up next, and with a very interesting history to boot, is the Miyahara ice cream shop. Apparently, this used to be an ophthalmology clinic, but the original building suffered severe damages from natural causes, including the earthquake in 1999 and the devastating typhoon in 2008. Dawn Cake, a company that makes Taiwan's most famous pastry, pineapple cakes, has purchased the building and hired a specialized team to restore the old structure. Today, Miyahara is a conserved building where it is a retail store for typical Taiwanese pastries and goods, a restaurant, and an ice cream parlor. The ice cream parlor is outside the main store, and you won't miss it because there's always a queue where many people wait to buy their signature ice cream even in the early morning. Once you're in the queue, you are given a checklist of the different flavors of ice cream that you can avail of. Even before you get to the counter, you can fill out the paper, and once you're in the counter, all you have to do is pay. And since we visited Taiwan during one of its hottest months, you can imagine the long wait time just because everyone wants ice cream. We waited about 10 to 15 minutes if I got it correctly, but they gave us cold towels and even refreshing drinks while we were waiting. The ice cream scoops and the serving size are humongous, and once you claim your ice cream on the counter, you're given a chance to get 3 different types of toppings for free. So these are the flavors that we got, and these are the toppings that we got as well. Everything that we got was really good, and I can't really pick just one flavor because it was really scorching hot, and as you can imagine, it was very refreshing for us to have this treat. What caught me though was one of the chiffon cakes, I think. I'm not sure if it's a chiffon cake at this point or if it's a cheesecake. That was a part of the toppings that we got. I just had to buy an entire box because I wanted to bring some to my husband so he can taste that as well. And right around the corner of Miyahara, just probably a couple of blocks away, is Chun Shui Tang, or the restaurant that is the birthplace of bubble tea. This cafe opened in the 1980s, and apparently it was a complete accident how they discovered bubble tea. One of the workers, I think, who worked in their cafes or the restaurant, tried incorporating tapioca pearls into her iced milk tea, and boom, you have the bubble milk tea. I thoroughly enjoyed all the food that we got here. So we got miswa covered in ginger scallion oil. We also got some spicy wontons in chili oil, and I think we got some mushrooms mixed in some sort of soy sauce, and of course, the original bubble tea. If you are expecting this to taste like the usual boba teas or the bubble teas that we have nowadays, it doesn't taste anything like that. The tea taste is a little bit mid, and you don't taste any sweetness at all. It was quite bland actually, but it was still very refreshing because sweetness is not everything. Up next on our list is Rainbow Village, which is also one of the more Instagrammable locations that people often flock to. There is no entrance fee for this location, but there is also not a lot of things to do but to appreciate the art and read up on the history why this village was painted like so. There were 5 of us in the tour, and overall it cost us a little over 9,000 NTD. If you want to book the same thing, head on over to Clock and use my code for discounts on bookings and reservations. That's it, bye!